Hey guys, Nick here, and in case you've been living under a rock for the past few weeks, Kamen Rider X8 has made its debut. Well, actually, it's only debuted a few episodes so far, and I am loving it. To those of you who are unaware with X8, here's basically what the story is about. It's about this medical student named Emu. Is that how you pronounce his name? Emu? Well, I don't care, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. And he's also a really big gamer. But when an evil virus named the Bugster starts to attack on humans and starts infecting humans with this virus that escaped from the game Mighty Action X, it's up to Emu to become Kamen Rider X8 and stop the Bugster virus. Now, seeing how X8 has only debuted a few episodes thus far, I think it has a good start so far. I mean, I don't like it as much as I like, say, Kiva or Forze. Those are my two personal favorite Rider series of all time, and they will never be topped. But I think X8 might top both of them. And, seeing how X8 has only debuted a few episodes so far, and we got, like a year or so to go, I think I've actually recently dropped a few ideas for X8. And, I don't know if these will become reality, but if they do become reality, Toei, I want a paycheck. Now for this video, you notice that I'm going to be using still images instead of video clips. That's because I really want to avoid copyright as much as possible now, and I don't want this channel taken down like the previous 3 channels, okay? So I don't want to get copyrighted again. With all that out of the way, let's get to some of my ideas. Idea number 1. Multiple anti-hero riders. Seeing how X8 has only debuted a few episodes so far, and much like Ryuki and Gaim, we've gotten a couple riders to make their debut a bit early. Because of that, I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of riders in this series, and much like Gaim, all the known riders so far are using the same driver to transform. But I had this idea that we could get a team of anti-hero riders that use a different belt system. What? No, I didn't get that idea off of Gaim, I just thought of it, okay? Alright, maybe I did. So what? Idea number 2. An episode where the writers get trapped inside a video game. Seeing how if a show goes on long enough, eventually there will be an episode where the characters get trapped inside of a video game, and usually need help to get out. And seeing how X8 is a video game themed series, this would be a perfect opportunity to do so. This idea that I have might be a bit far-fetched, but I think this idea is perfect for X8. It could be a meaningless filler episode, or it could be part of the story where the villains trap the writers inside of a video game, so they could have an opportunity to take over the world while the writers are out of their way. If this episode actually does happen, Toei, I want a paycheck. Idea number 3. Legendary Rider Gashats being used in the show. Bandai of Japan has been making Legendary Rider collectible gimmicks since Legendary Rider Gaia Memories in Kamen Rider W. Okay, but I guess if you want to be idiotic about it, I guess the Rider cards in Decade actually started the Legendary Rider collectible gimmick, but keep in mind, the Rider cards actually were used in the show, so to me, it actually all started with the Legendary Gaia Memories in W. And since then, we've been getting Rider medals, Rider Astro Switches, Rider Wizard Rings, Rider Lock Seeds, Rider Signal Bikes, and Rider Icons. The Legendary Rider Icons were used in a 6-part internet movie where Kamen Rider's Ghost and Spectre used Legendary Rider Icons to fight off evil. The Rider Icons were later used in the 2016 Kamen Rider Ichigo movie. Okay, I guess we're kind of getting a little bit off track here. Anyway, when we get Legendary Rider Gashats, I think it would be really cool to see them advertised in the actual show because that, in my opinion, is a better way to promote them. Idea number 4. Get rid of the Chibi Forms. I'm sorry guys, but I cannot stand these forms. To those of you who are somehow unaware, just like Kabuto, every X8 rider has 2 forms. A level 1 form that's used to separate the Bugster from the patient, and a level 2 form that's used to fight off the Bugster. These Chibi level 1 forms are just so weird to me. I mean, just look at them! I get they're trying to separate the Bugster from the patient, and that's perfectly fine for Monster of the Week episodes. But what happens when they're done with Monster of the Week episodes? The writers should just automatically level up to level 2 to fight, no questions asked. Idea number 5, writers based off of different kinds of video games. I mentioned that Kamen Rider X8 is themed after video games, and because of this, every writer is themed after a different kind of video game. X8 is action games, Brave is RPGs, to be more specific, fantasy RPGs, Snipe is shooting games, and we also have an upcoming writer that's themed after racing games that also turns into a motorcycle. Just thought I'd mention that. And we also have an announced writer that's themed after puzzle games. Because of this, I think it would be great to see other writers themed after other video game genres, like adventure games, games that take place in space, and maybe even open world games. Idea number 6, make the fight scenes look a little less cartoony. I don't mean to tone up the fight scenes, there's nothing wrong with them. They just look really cartoony to me. But having the fight scenes be cartoony makes it have the look and feel like you're playing a video game, which does fit the motif of the show, but I feel like they could just make it look more realistic, and still have the fight scenes maintain the look and feel of a video game. That's all I'm asking for. Idea number 7, and this is my last idea I have for X8 as of the recording of this video, have Genmu become a good guy. Out of all the ideas I have, this is probably the least likely to happen, but I think it would be very interesting to see Kamen Rider Genmu, which in case you didn't know, is the evil writer for X8. I know, it's so hard to tell that. Become a good guy and fight alongside the other writers. This idea came up when I was thinking about all the Kamen Riders that were enemies to the heroes, but then became good guys, like Necrom, Chaser, actually, I think that might be it. I'm loving Genmu so far, but I feel like he can do a lot more for a few episodes than just have him show up, beat the crap out of our heroes, and then leave. Which is why I want to see Genmu become a good guy and fight alongside the heroes. Again, this is the least likely out of all my ideas to come true, but hey, you never know. And there you have it. Those are my ideas for X8. In the comments, let me know what are your ideas for X8, and tell me if you're enjoying X8 so far. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and of course, until next time, see ya.
I don't wanna know 일단은 신기지 말라 I don't wanna know 신랄한 이끌가 있는 why 계속해봐 I came too far 봄마른 나의 간지를 고노 요kanwa The new beginning